Hi everyone and welcome to this video. I'm sure all the CMAT aspirants were desperately waiting for this announcement to happen, and the CMAT 22 notification was just released. So what we are going to do is I'm going to talk about the important dates and the major change that has happened in CMAT this year. Now, the first thing that you need to keep in mind is that the registrations have started. It started on the 16th Feb and you have nice 1 month to register. So the last date to register is 17th March and the last date to make the payment is 18th March. The date of examination has not been announced yet, but mostly it looks like that it will happen in the month of March itself towards the end or maybe April. But that is just a conjecture at this point of time. We'll have to wait and see when exactly that announcement happens. In terms of timing, it is going to happen in 2 slots, the way it happened last year as well. So there's a morning slot and there is an afternoon slot. For more details regarding this, you can go to the main website of CMAT, which is cmat.nta.ac.in. Now, the biggest change comes in the form of paper pattern. So till last year, or even prior to that, there used to be always 4 sections on the CMAT. It used to be quant, LR, language, and GK. Then in the year 21, they announced for the first time a new section called Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and they kept it as an optional section. And that is why a lot of people didn't opt for it. Because if you're announcing some change, say 2 to 3 weeks prior to the final exam, a lot of people would be hesitant to take it up. So this was announced last year, but as an optional section. So this year, what they have done, so for the CMAT 22, this is going to be a mandatory section and it has become part of the core exam that you have. And because of this, the number of questions in other sections have been reduced. So instead of 25 questions, which we used to have earlier, now we are going to have 20 questions in each of the sections. And innovation and entrepreneurship is a mandatory section as part of the entire paper. So you're still going to have total of 100 questions and maximum marks is going to be 400 with a +4 -1 marking system. Please note that there are no sectional time limit and there's no sectional cutoff as well. But it becomes a challenge because a lot of you have not possibly faced that extra section, innovation and entrepreneurship last year. And that is why you might be wondering as to how do I go about preparing for this? I'm just going to share that with you. Now let's understand what happened in this particular section last year. So it was a mix of questions from RC, entrepreneurship and management, and business awareness and GK. So there was a passage related to ethnic minorities and how they go about starting financial institutions. And there were 9 questions based on this. Now, anybody who has prepared for the VRC, the regular VRC section, would have been in a position to answer those questions because it didn't require any fundamental conceptual knowledge related to entrepreneurship or management. The next set of questions which appeared were related to core entrepreneurship or management or business related concepts, wherein you had to have some understanding of what goes on in the business world. And lastly, in terms of business awareness question, these were pure GK based questions, mix of static and current affairs questions related to business GK, largely in the Indian context. Now, we had made a compilation last year. So we have 5 articles which we had written on this, which covers some of the concepts related to innovation and entrepreneurship. This is available on our blog, and I will also give you a link in the description so that you can check it out for yourself. So what are the next steps for you guys? First of all, don't panic. As I said, the innovation and entrepreneurship section, it's not new, though a lot of you will be facing it for the first time. Because it was there last year, we at least know what kind of questions will be asked. So you will have ample material to prepare from. As I said, we have a series of articles, you can go through it. At the same time, please go through the CMAT 21 detailed analysis video, which is there on our YouTube channel, because we had covered all the sections in depth as to what happened last year, the probable cutoffs of last year, as well as the details in terms of how many questions appeared from each of the sections and each of the topics. We are also going to make a form filling video. So before you fill your form, please have a look at that. It should be up on our channel in the next few days. You can watch it and then register for CMAT. Do it well in advance so that you don't have to rush towards the end. And lastly, start preparing. I'm sure that you have taken a lot of exams this season. So the preparation is more or less done, but CMAT definitely requires a fair bit of preparation in terms of the GK section. So please make sure that you start preparing, go through the compendium that we have on our My IMS, At the same time, also look at the IMS Sim CMATs, because this will give you a flavor of what is going to happen on the actual test. All our tests are also going to have the section which has been recently introduced, so to say, called Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So do take Sim CMATs, and I'm sure all of you will be in a good position to tackle the test. Hope this video has helped you guys and given you an understanding of what the changes are in CMAT this year. All the best.